Alrighty.
When the raids get tough and the chat gets loud, Viz-ions the voice that calms the crowd. With 5 whole accounts, he still finds the time to help every player get their team in line. Got patience for days, never leaves a mate, lifting folks up when the hour gets late. Through victory or loss, he'll steady the pace, always with kindness, never a fade. He'll guide you through chaos, show you the way, turning the night into brighter days. Answering questions in a steady way. Streams on Twitch, thoughts he won't hide, and plays the game with Sable by his side. Always encouraging, he knows what to say to brighten the grind and carry the day. Laughs at our jokes and shares in the fun, making sure nobody's left out, not one. Through all the long battles, the struggle, the fight, guiding us forward with wisdom and light. Break out and the timers tick, got strategies ready, every counter pick. The dad of the squad with the big old plan, laughs with us too, just a regular man. With Sable support, it all feels right. The heart of the family, our guiding light. Teaches with patience, no question too small, making sure every teammate stands tall. Raids to arenas, no challenge too new, steady and strong, and he'll see us through. He's the dad of the squad, keeping spirits high. Mama Sable's keeping a watchful eye. Together they built us a family strong, and we lift up our voices in this grateful song. When life takes a hold and keeps you down, he's the guy that's always around. No weight too heavy, no night too long. With his arrow around, we all stay strong. There's our oh, there's our
Hello. Hopefully your day's going well, X. We're going to be turning off the global scene. Consent? Okay. I mean, that's fine. With consent, of course. I mean, you know, how to get consent, right? Otherwise, I mean, that video would have been, you know, struck. They already struck it because of the music, so we got to make sure that we have free music when I do my next video. We're doing this both on YouTube and on Twitch tonight. So we're dual streaming this BZ. Once I get into actually doing war attacks, I am going to hit record. So that way we can use it for future. I changed up the screen a little bit because some people like seeing their messages when they watch it back. So might as well leave it up. Waiting in Chicago for my flight to Green Bay. Man, you sound like the Rams. Just the other way around. Had the worst experience with Orcus into Starjammers and Mighty into Gamma today. Okay. Well, maybe we'll try to get one of those to kind of show you how that's done, I suppose. And how's your day going, Croy? Gonna collect these things. I don't even know what it is. And like I said, when I get going into war, I am going to hit the record. So that way it's possible for wife to edit if we want to go that route. If it actually works to do that way. Because I got to then save it on the cloud and send it over to her computer and all that. That would not. But if not, at least it's up on YouTube for the masses to see whenever they choose to. I'm Def. What's up, dude? Thanks for putting that extra information in there. That's cool. Maybe I'll do that later on here, too. But I am definitely going to do War first. Looks like so far they're perfect. So I don't even want to click on that and see anything about it until I go in. Because I want the actual experience when I do the video, the YouTube thing. So I kind of think that's important. Because it's when you first go in what you see. You know what I mean? Like reactions to it and how to go. So Mighty was so close. Stinky She-Hulk would not die. Mighty was so close. Stinky She-Hulk. She-Hulk. Mighty into Gamma. Oh, got you. Yeah, because she got buffed. Glad to help. I got a 3 diamond null. Only have 6 red stars. Woo! You didn't get the shards from that thing? I thought I gave you enough to get 7 stars in that null thing as well, no? I don't know. I haven't even looked at it, to be honest. I've not even looked at it. It's right here, yeah? Rewards. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Right there. 7. 7 stars. Oh, the 7th red star. Oh, I got you. Yeah, the price of that shit is expensive on there, huh? Yeah, we got it for free back in the day, so. Got that. Overpriced, yeah. Milestone's only 4 red. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Berserker, what was your in-game game again? In-game name again? I want to say you're in, like, Nephilim, but I'm not sure. I'm Def. How is Mist going? And Croy, how you liking it up there in Jotunheimer? You got Commander X in here. I'm Def. He's a teammate of yours. That's pretty cool. He does a good job. Below average Zerker. Got you. Oh, that's right. You're in like other alliances, huh? Overall, I enjoy it much more. That's fitting. You're no longer great. No, I'm sorry. Rage usually 100. Well, that's awesome to hear. Yeah, Tamari did a good job of kind of like crewing it up to who does good where and putting people in the correct lanes. So that's a nice thing. That's by far a nice thing. It's fitting. Yeah, Jotunheimer's got actually a really good. It's almost like an all-star core of the people from Nephilim, Heaven, and Alfheim back in the day. So it's kind of cool. Bro, I got this person I just got to block, I guess. And people like messaging. All right. They should be blanked out now because of the fact that I haven't selected. Very nasty brimstone cargo. Yeah. So did somebody burn it with a reviver and then beat it with vigilante? That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. If they have somebody weak on their team, you can always add Emma for Elsa and do it that way and just punch across with brimstone. I mean, that's a possibility too. But yeah, you want to burn and go. That's the easiest way to do it. Gone for it yet? Yeah. 2 more places for year 20 Darkstar. Oh, nice. Pieces. That's nice. Yeah, Darkstar's pretty good. I like her. And she's on defense. It's a defensive team. But when Ursa Major gets here, it might change the offense. Just because of the possibility of it beating Blue Waffle. But we'll see. We will see. All right. Let's do the thing, huh? Let's go into war. So we'll set this for record. Like I said, the global's off. I don't have music on because I don't want to get copyright. And then just going to go in and do war like normal. So if you guys have questions about counters that I'm going into, please put them up. If you see anything that's on there you want to know how to beat with something that I haven't used yet, put that in chat, stuff like that. And then, yeah, we'll go for there. Any alliance go against each other? Not really. Not really. So, Titans and Davilar back in the day used to be another alliance. And they could not beat us in war, so they ended up joining us. So that's how we got Vanderpants, Skilly, Samgis, JFK, Predacon, Safe Keepin', Zodi. Trying to think who else is still around that was from that. A couple other ones too, but I can't think of the names off the top of my head. And then we also had another one lower. I think it was Vidar played. It might have been Finrer, but it might have been somebody else. Like back in the day, real low level. But that's it. That's it. Nobody in the other ones have. I know Cronus can't play anybody since Jay's here. I know Cronus isn't going to be playing against anybody else because Cronus is in a different war zone. But here in a couple weeks, I might be talking to them about moving to Zone 1. Just to get the wars done at the beginning of the week, I think is good. But it's also nice knowing that my third biggest account, second because I have Prof, third because I have the teams built better in my other one, is in that one, so I get to do war on opposite days, so that's kind of nice. So we'll see. I think it's going to be fine. We'll find out what the new 3 that I just brought in, Karak, Nesty, and Sully, how they feel about war in that zone. If they feel like we should move, and Jay and Grim and Killswitch feel the same way, then maybe we will, but otherwise we might just stay there. So Zone 4 is kind of interesting. All the bugs are fixed by the time Zone 4 gets into war usually. So, yeah, that's an interesting thing. Because it's where a lot of the whales actually are in war, is in Zone 4. So, they also get like that last, they see how much they have to push in war in order to get that top placement too. So that's why they like Zone 4, because they're the last ones to put in numbers for like season and stuff like that, war season. So if they're still in like third place and they don't have anybody ahead of them, and they know they're playing against the next person there, then they can just, go easy and it doesn't matter. And they'll be first by the end of it because the first and second are in Zone 1, 2, 3. But if they need to push, then they know, all right, time, I guess, to actually try. And they do their thing, so. punching down into everybody, that is. So, all right. So it looks like we've got, maybe we have a room, maybe not quite a room. Maybe, 2 different rooms messed with. But we will go see. So let's do the record thing. You guys behave yourself. No naughty words. Like I said, global things are off. So if you guys see people coming in and trying to buy stuff, just let them know global's off. Idea, it's theory, but hope it comes true. I just got an idea. It's a theory, but I hope it comes true. Okay. All right. Is it like one of those things, is it like a wish? If you say it out loud, it won't? So. All right. Here we go. We're going to go with the record. Oh, thank you for the sub, buddy. Winter Guard will one-tap Brimstone. Oh, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. They let them all go first, and they definitely tank it. We have one on defense with Dormammu, and Brimstone itself struggles against it. So, but when you add APOC to it, they wipe it pretty easily. So, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. But, yeah, in the meantime, let's do this war thing. I'm Death. Thank you for the sub. I do appreciate it, my friend. Alrighty. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Visions of War. I'm Visara, however you want to say my name. Just call me good at what I do, I guess. The guy that speaks the truth. It is what it is. We're going to do this war thing. This is my mid account, so this is number 2 as far as my favorite account to play with. Number 3 as far as power level, because I don't have prof or anything in this account. We do the top spotlight raids, all that stuff, and we're in the top usually 200 to 300 in war at the end of the season. So we're going to get into this thing. I am an officer, so we're going to look at all that stuff. I'm going to go ahead and buy to this. This is going to be 200 cores. Let's do that. Confirm, so we can get all of our attacks in. But yeah, so we're going to look at war rooms, all that stuff, see what it is, see if we need to do targets as an officer. That is something that you need to do first. And then we'll get into actually going into battles and how I select things and what I look for and things like that. I do have people in chat going. Dual streaming this on YouTube and on Twitch, trying to do a video at the same time, trying to get all that stuff going. So we're playing a syndicate, the Krakoons. So they do have higher trophies than us, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. So you could be way lower alliance and way lower in a war season and still have more trophies than the other person. The payouts go by leaderboard league, and the payouts per war go by trophies. So they're 2 totally different things. When you're getting paid out the season, like right now we're doing Jeff the Shark, that's by leaderboard. League info is just your per war, what you're getting, the 800k, 900k, 1 million plus, whatever per war is what you're getting with league info. So yeah, hi Walt. Walt's another streamer if you guys want to go check him out. So we are going to go into war and let's see what it's like, see what I need to do. So it looks like we got good targets up. I got a couple of good captains with me. Freelance Tex is one of them. Echo probably put some stuff into if he's up yet, because he's over there across the pond. So we got a mid out of time, which is an old meta defense. Mercs is pretty much the answer for this. That's the easiest play into it, even though we might be losing Mercs here because, Scopely likes to take away tunes from good teams that we have. So they're taking Daredevil to put on the Shark team. We got Liberty here, which, an Undying can punch up an ungodly amount on Liberty, but other teams can take it out as well as long as they're faster. Vigilantes, stuff like that. All right, let's look at Flight Deck 2. Flight Deck 2's got an Infest. That's going to be my Dock 6. We got an old Heroes for Hire with a big old Iron Fist to draw people out. You could beat this with Dock 6. You can beat it with some other teams as well. If you have Ares on a team, it'll take away their charges and pretty much just neuters them. Here's a Cabal, it looks like, with Phoenix Force. That's a pretty basic team, nothing really there. And then we got Alpha Flight at 5 million, so A Mighty Avengers that's well built, which I have one for this, could take it out. That's really the only thing I use Mighty Avengers on. And then we'll look at the Fly Deck 3. Fly Deck 3 got a little bit bigger teams. We got another Infest with Scorpion, which this is what I'm going to want to use my dock on. And then we got an Ares on Alpha Flight, which this is better to use like Vigilante on or something like that. And then we got a Quasar here. For some reason, they put him on defense. I don't know why. He's an offensive tune with New Avengers. This is another one that if you put Ares with the team, it just kind of neuters the team. And then an old Spy Sock, which there's a lot of counters for that now. You could, if you want to use the Mercs, they punch up on them pretty good. Otherwise, just about anything works. Insidious 5 or Insuperior 5, like I like to call them, because you're adding Lizard and taking off you're taking off Vulture to add for Dock 6. The Insuperior 5 does pretty well against Spy Sock. So does a lot of other teams, just kind of punching into them. We're going to be selective. We're going to take this one because, like I said, this is something that I actually want to hit. It's a fun battle. You saw my Warlock there from a burn last war. It's kind of funny how it saves over stuff like that. So this is only a 2 million. This is really nothing as far as a punch up. So we'll go into this. And it's pretty easy. You can see I got Striker. I got Striker on a lot. And I got Healer on this. Hopefully I have Raider on him. Yeah, we're going to change him to Raider just to put some Vulnerable out. And then that way I'll have the double tap, hopefully, or triple tap with some of these, depending on who gets called in. I might have Fortifier on this. I do. I have Skirmisher too, a blue. I don't really need to use that. I just keep it at Healer. It doesn't really matter the ISO, to be honest, as long as you have Striker on Vulture and something to put some Vulnerables down, you're going to be fine. Yeah, you're going to be fine anyways. I was trying to think of maybe putting Dock at Skirmisher just so I get one on Big Time, but I'm going to be avoiding Big Time other than Goblin, so as long as he does the crit on Big Time, I'll have a Vulnerable on him, then I'll be able to double tap Vulture later on. So it should be good. Should be good. All right, so let's go ahead and go in with this. It should be easy. So yeah, what you want to do basically is you want to just hit Big Time Spider-Man with the AoEs, and you want to keep away from him other than that until you're ready to kill him off. When you're ready to kill him, then go at him. But other than that, you want to stay away. So she didn't get the stealth, so they don't have that T4 in her, so that's fine. But if she did have stealth, this would take the stealth away from Black Widow. And then we have that AoE I was talking about, the Green Goblin. So we're just going to rewind everybody and hopefully put a Vulnerable down on BTS because of a crit. Yep, there's one. I got 5. Look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and special there to get my Shocker in play. We're not going to put a taunt down. So the ult would taunt and speed him up. Instead, we just want a special, and we're going to 2-tap on him. And then we're going to go back to BTS. This is another AoE. This is going to put a ability block on BTS as well as blind on everybody else. And that's a very important ability to have. I think that's in his ability 6 for his special rather than the T4. And then with the summons, the Mysterio bots, we're going to go around and just start dinking everybody for a little bit of damage back and forth. You know, just one at a time, just kind of nailing them a little bit. And then we got Shocker here, so we're going to special on Scorpion. And then we're going to go back to a basic on somebody with a Vulnerable. It looks like Ant-Man's got one. Let's go ahead and basic on him. Because, again, I don't want to taunt on that person. And then speed bar, it looks like Scorpion and Yellow Jacket have the highest speed bar. So let's go ahead and Shocker Rewind with the ult on those two. It does splash a little bit into BTS, but that's fine because he's ready to die. Build your Vulture up as much as you want because Vulture is a really good tune. He's a lot of fun to use, and he does big damage like this, okay? So we're just going to fly through Vulture here. Yeet, 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 yeet. 5 million damage per one of those hits is pretty awesome. And then we got everybody in stealth, so now our focus is just to kill off BTS as fast as possible. So we're going to use this unavoidable attack with Green Goblin to remove his buffs. We got the counter attacks here that should blow up most of these people that attack. So, and then we also got the splash damage back with GGC because he's got charges. So any of these people that hit, he's going to splash back with some damage, and then he's going to hit the adjacent people as well. So they're just getting annihilated here. And then let's go into him, since he's got ability block, and just watch how much damage this basic does, because it's per one of these debuffs that he has. And just watch this. This is nasty. Yeah! Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like 11 million damage there. And we just finish it off with Doc Ock. Easy. They never stood a chance. They didn't see it coming. Didn't see it coming. Bad guys beat the bad guys. Kind of. I guess they're mostly good guys on the other side. But, yeah. What is it? 3-3? 3-2? 3-2. Is Ant-Man really a good guy? I mean, he's a burglar after all, right? But he's turned good, I guess. So that's fine. Is Black Widow really a good guy? I mean, she was an assassin for how many years? I think the only one that's actually a good guy there is BTS, right? So, it looks like they gave us this weird, I guess this is the raid team, right? Immortal X-Men. So, has nothing on it. Really not much of nothing. Let's see if my attacks be used better elsewhere. Let's see how big my mercs are, right? That's kind of like the thing I want to look at right now. If my mercs are below this team, maybe I'll just do that. Mercs aren't a team that I built up very much. Yeah, they are. Because I didn't need to, right? I went to the 6 stars with Old Man Logan and then called it good because I actually like having those milestones every time his event comes around. And if you get the 7-star, you no longer get his milestones that come around. So you're missing out on, I think it's like 3 million gold. It's about 1,000, the gold level 4 training mats and a bunch of other stuff that you miss out on. So yeah, so I just stopped at 6, called it good. I get all the milestones every time. I do the event up to the 6 stars, so I get those rewards, and I'm happy. He does everything I need him to do. I'm not taking him into Prof because in the nodes that he would be used for Professor X, he's a downfall. He just kills you if you have him on the other side, kind of like Damon. So there's not a reason to take him up there. So why do I need to have him all the way up? Like, it doesn't really do a lot. And with Odin, if you're taking him there, you don't need him at 7 stars. All you need him is at the 3.5 ISO, 3.3 ISO. So you don't even need him at gear level there or stars there. So not a reason to. Really not a reason to. All right, let's burn some of these charges. While putting a debuff there. And that puts a disrupted as well. And then we're going to aim at her just to get more attacks on her. And we're going to pop through. Ooh, killing off a couple people too. Maybe we'll get Ghost Rider here too. Oh, not quite. Almost. So that put it disrupted up, so we don't have to worry about the taunt for Captain America. So we're just going to keep going at Peggy, because that's really the focus of this match. We'll get to Daredevil's stunning Black Knight here in a little bit. And that's kind of where that'll end, so right here. So this happens, and then we don't got to worry about him no more. Or he just dies, that works too. The rework on Deadpool is kind of cool for this team. It's just too bad that they made a cookie cutter team out of the Jeff the Shark team. So you had to have 4 other allies with all their abilities. It's kind of stupid. If they're going to do that, they should have, maybe put another character out with Retcon, which I'm sure they'll do later. They've done that before. They cookie cut it, and then they add another tune later on and be like, oh, this is what we meant to do all along. A.K.A. Lady Bullseye. You can say Swordmaster as well, but Swordmaster actually makes Mighty Avengers worse. So don't do that. Despite what you might see in some other people's war offense, don't do that. Don't put Swordmaster with Mighty Avengers. It makes the team worse. It's a later stun than whoever you're going to replace, and it doesn't do the right things if you take out Falcon. So, blah. Don't do it. All right, let's try into this one. Usually I'm going to use Undying, but I think my Undying is like way bigger than this. And it just seems like a big waste there. Can use Secret, but there's another waste. Boy, this is going to be... See, this is one of those where I'm losing ground on this one if I use anything. So let's just use something that works. I think I have a team in reserve. Let's just use this. Yeah, let's just use that. It seems kind of like a waste. So I don't use Vigilante a lot on offense. I only use it after I've burnt like a APOC Brimstone to go in and clean it up. That's really the only thing I use it for. But this team's going to beat a lot of the teams that you see, that you saw there. It's going to beat most of these. Like, these are big punch-ups, but this can go forever. It's going to beat old meta. They're going to beat that. Going to beat this. Way too fast for that. We'll beat that, even though I don't use this anymore. The Secret Defenders. Secret Warriors, it won't beat, but Secret Warriors is a really good team right now. It'll beat the Mephisto. This will win, but again, I can use this on some crazy teams. Same with Undying. Night Stalkers, it'll beat. So not use that. This can beat some prof teams with the Astral, so I'm not using that. Orcus is going to be a tough match. I might win, but I don't want to chance it on a big old punch down. Mighty Avengers I'm going to use on an Astral anyways. There's my A team, and then I got Liberty itself. So might as well just use this. It's a punch down, I know, but it'll work. It'll work, and I use it the least out of everybody. Kind of seems like a waste, but I don't know if any other people are really going to want to fight this because of what it is. Basically just because of Cap Sam, so we'll see. We'll just go through, and we'll do it. That Alpha Flight lured me in before I saw Ares, so yeah, you got to watch out for Ares. When you see Alpha Flight with Ares, kind of want to use Mercs and a punch across. I knew mine were smaller, so probably wasn't a good thing to do. All right, so we're just going to go all out, basically, at Cap Sam is what we're going to do. Get him down, and then we should be golden, because then they're not going to be able to speed up. But let's see if I go... Oh, they put the slow on Silver Sable. So that's not a good thing. Cap Sam's going before. They're going to take turns. This is going to have to be based on my girth if I'm going to survive this. We'll see right here in a second. If I can rewind him now... Let's just try to kill him. Let's see if I can kill him. Yep. Okay. Now I don't got to worry about that. Now let's try to kill her. Yep. Now I don't got to worry about the retaliate. They all got immunity, so I can't do the stun with Hit Monkey. It's not going to do any good. Punisher might be dead before he gets a turn. Oh, here we go. We can flip stuff. Cool. That happened before. And now it's over. Beautiful. All I needed was Sable to go. That slow at the beginning on Sable really sucked. Hey, how's it going, man? It's going well for me. So like I said, we're dual streaming here on YouTube and on Twitch. This video will be up on YouTube for you to be able to watch whenever you want to. It'll just be in my streams. Hopefully we can get an edit of this and then get out an actual... But we will see how it goes. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get this stuff, edited and out. It just takes a little while. So we got a big old Thunderbolts over here. We'll go ahead and do that. Thunderbolts are a fun team to go up against. So there's a few counters we can use for Thunderbolts. You can use Snow Hive. It's not that big of a punch up though, is the only problem. You can use Mighty Avengers. That one's a little bit more manageable. You can use Mercs, which I had just used, so that kind of sucks. Because had I seen this, I probably would have went after it first. But yeah, I think Mighty Avengers might be what I want to do. I could just Liberty it, because Liberty is a team that we don't really use very much on offense anymore. But seeing as these are pretty big, kind of want to look at their defenses, what other defenses they have. And they look like they're newer meta, like they're going to have raid teams. So maybe I will just use Liberty, because I don't think they'll have like Aaron, absolute A-Force. But they might have Insidious, and for Insidious, I want to use Secret Warriors. So if I can save my Secret Warriors, and then I got my Mighty Avengers too, that might actually be the best way to go. But I do want to take that Alpha Flight right off the bat, so I'm just going to use these guys. Yeah, I'll just use these guys. I'll show you guys how to do this one. This one you can actually punch up, punch across, punch down. Doesn't really matter. It does get the job done. Oh, I could have used A-Team as well. That would have been fun. Just use A-Team right off the bat. But yeah. So what you want to do with this one is you want to rewind Victoria so that she doesn't go. I know everybody wants to pretty much rewind Songbird because they're worried about her damage, but you just don't want Victoria to take a turn is pretty much what you want to have happen. And then we're going to stun here so that she doesn't explode and do stupid things, and then keep on slowing me down, because the slows by her is actually what wins the match. When you hit, she retaliates and slows you. That's actually what wins the match. It's not so much the damage, but if she's not stunned, she dodges, it seems like, more often, and then she'll retaliate and she'll rewind your turn meter or your speed bar or whatever you want to call it on her basic. So I like to get rid of her as soon as possible. Looks like he lost his taunt, so let's go with these guys. I don't have to worry about Taskmaster ulting because the blinds aren't going to affect me. I've got immunity to that, but it's going to hit my damage quite a bit. Jesus, look at Peggy. But you don't have to worry about it affecting you with immunity and the safeguards, so that's not really a problem. It's just basically rewind Victoria, go after Ghost, you win. Is pretty much what the battle is. As long as you can do that, you can do a punch up pretty good. But yeah, it's easy with a punch down. It's really easy. So I've got pretty competent people in this alliance, and we don't board clear a lot. It's usually a 300 to 320 versus a 300 to 320 kind of score. So I don't really have to worry about every room being cleared. If I have to worry about every room being cleared, these attacks are probably going to be more so on the side of, I want to save that team for later on, right? I want to make sure that I have that left for a big attack. So when I'm playing against this and we're just talking about getting as many rooms done as possible and in a way that everybody is, part of the team and everybody feels like they've done their part, then it's just, I'm going to take 10 teams out. I'm going to get that 10,000 points and I'm going to be happy with what I got. And then everybody else has got to do the same kind of thing. So we're not seeing crazy high teams. We're not seeing really crazy low teams either. Whereas when you're in some of those top alliances, like we have a couple of alliances that are in like the top 100, you're either seeing every room is 10,000 or you're seeing every room is like 10 million, or every room is like 2 million and they have everything on offense. It's usually like one of the two. So it's kind of weird, but it's kind of the way that the meta is now. It's strange. All right. So anytime I see Orcus, we're going to use Night Stalkers. What you don't want to happen is you don't want Blade and Oath to both get slowed. That pretty much sucks. So I'm going to separate those two. I've been doing this the last couple wars and been okay. But I used to always have them there and I was fine until like probably 2 weeks ago. They kept on both getting slow. And I don't know if they made the AI more intelligent when it comes to what Orcus is, or what the deal is, but it's really interesting that all of a sudden they're getting slows and we're having multiple people lose this match, whereas before it was just an automatic win. You could almost just hit auto. So I got that. I'm actually going to just squad replace this so that it's in its spot. And I like the ISO. I think I'm fine. I got the double striker here. I got Skirmy on her, so when I basic, she can get that. But I could go Raider. I don't have Raider on this account. Okay. Either way is going to work there. Raider always on Moon Knight if you use him. Some people use Mephisto in his place, which is a good attack as well. And if you're not using Mephisto other places, that's probably a good place to put him. I have Mephisto with Cabal. to do some extra speedy things, so we're not doing that. So this is a million punch up. That should be fine. Their Nimrod's huge, so we got to make sure we rewind them as soon as possible. So let's go. Please don't give me a slow on both of them. We'll see how it goes right off the bat. We'll see how it goes. If they both get stuck with that slow, it's going to be bad news bears. You know what I mean? So let's see. So here goes the debuffs. Slow, slow. Removed on oath. Okay. Whew. All right. I thought they were both going to get it again. So either Blade goes first or Oath goes first. Both are fine because of what they do to the other team. And then we're just going to rewind here and hopefully kill him. Maybe kill him. Yeah. And then we're going to go after Lady Deathstrike for the follow-up attack. I mean, oh, look. You see Omega Sentinel? She didn't want to die, but she had to. And then we're going to ult here and it's over. I get the assist. Get him. Get him. That was easy. Easy peasy pudding pie. Look at that. So yeah, that was a million punch up. It could have been more, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's all about just getting the 10,000 points and moving on. I usually do that. If I'm happy, I'll have other teams left over. And then I can, if they need me to, I can bring in the big boys later on. This is, ooh. Ooh, we can try this with my favorite team. Will I remove the taunt? I don't know if you guys saw my video. YouTube decided they didn't like the music that I had in the background, so they put some loud-ass stuff over the top of it so that you couldn't hear the music, and then you could barely hear me. But these are my boys right here. These are my boys. I just got Skirmisher on him. I don't have Striker. I just have Healer on him. I don't have Striker. On some other accounts, I put all 4 of these guys at Striker and just have Ham at it. But if I can remove the taunt on Juggernaut, it's pretty much game over for this team. And it really doesn't matter the size of them. So this is a 5 million punch up. Toot toot. Let's go. Let's go. That's from back in the day. I don't know if you guys have been watching me for that long, but back in the day, Taco and I gave some crap to Dorky Dad and said, he's like, tugboat, toot, toot. All right, there we go. We're in the match. Here it is right off the bat. You see Jugs there, right? So we're going to ability block. He's going to give it to somebody. He's giving the plague away. And here it goes. We'll see right now. Taunt is gone. Beautiful. So we got this. All right, so go in there. Now we're going to go. He's got the taunt. No big deal. We don't care about Hood having the taunt. We just don't want it to go to Jugs. That's pretty much it. Then we're going to special here. The assist is going to come through. And then we're going to ult here. Ult with Nobu always. Special with Kingpin always. We're going to basic on these little minions to give more damage to Helverine. He's really our problem right now. And then let's see if we get the splash damage from GGC. What's up, Ken? So GGC has a chance to attack adjacent targets. Let's see if we can get it, right? Come on, GGC. One time. Nope, it didn't get it. We just wanted to look at Mr. Negative's crotch. All right, that's downfall. Whatever. He's gone, so we don't have to worry about him. All right, now we got to get rid of Juggernaut. Those ones are blinded, so whatever. But we can't have him getting taunt now and healing people up and doing stupid stuff. So we got to get him gone like ASAP. There we go. And now we go back to Satana because she is the healer. We want her gone. We don't really care about him doing damage. That's fine. Hood really doesn't do too much. Kind of like in the comics. There we go. Kingpin. Taskmaster. Let's stun him now since he's taunting again. Go back to her since she's not stunned. You just kind of walk through him. Now we can ult. Give us all defense up. Ping away. Ping, ping. There we go. 5 million punch up. Underworld, the team that just keeps giving, man. It's really all Taskmaster is what it is. And, yeah, the supporting cast. If you want to make them all strikers other than Taskmasters, totally fine. You get that triple tap all the time with them. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does fun stuff. You know, it does fun stuff. So, yeah, have at it. Underworld, super fun team. And when you see the Accursed like that, just wreck them. When you start to get into 3+ diamond juggernauts that are completely healed up or built up, then that gets to be an issue. So just watch out for them. So Karoy, if you're still here, man, cape at the end of the day. Yeah, wearing a hoodie like a cape at the end of the day. Yeah. It's pretty normal. Pretty normal. Fun battle. I like doing it. So we got Orcus, and they have Star Scammers. And so we can do a punch across. What you don't want to do is you don't want to kill Groot off too fast, right? That's really what it's about, is not killing Groot. It's kind of like a battle of, what is it called? Attrition, I think is what the word is. So we're going to want a special with Nimrod first to put on Groot. He's not in the best of spots. I love it when they put Groot at the end, right? If they don't have a speed thing, they put Groot at the end. And then they leave Lalandra on the other side for me to triple bang. But this one's not as easy. So we're going to special. Hopefully not kill him. Yeah, we didn't kill him. And now we can go over here to this little corner. And what we're actually going to do is we're just going to do this just so she doesn't jump over to Groot even more. Because this rewinds adjacent as well. So we're rewinding Lalandra. She jumps. Look at her jump. Oof. And now we can ult here, right? Because Lalandra's way over there. We don't want to leave her out of it. We want her to get damage. We just don't want to kill Groot. And that Omega Red didn't kill Groot. And then this is a targeted attack, but he's off a taunt now. So we can go over here. We can use the targeted attack with the adjacent. Bring in a Sentinel bot. Boom! That's target and adjacent. This hits target and adjacent. This hits just target. There's speed bars. Looks like Groot's about to go, but he is ability blocked. Those two are stunned. So let's just speed up my team. And then we'll just kill these guys. Boom, boom. Bye-bye. And then he's going to come out of stun. Groot's going to basic attack. Now we can go ahead and kill Groot if we want. So, yeah. Over. Super easy battle, especially when they don't put Groot, like, right by Lalandra. So, putting Groot by Lalandra is probably a better way to go about this if you're putting this on defense. But this is not the team I would put on defense. No. Star Scammers are horrible on defense. There's a certain setup that I have for you people that are within the Titans of Yggdrasil. And that's pretty much what we're going with. It's a much better version of that team. It gets around little things like that just happen. Ooh, we get to do this. Yay. This isn't a great big punch-up, but it's going to do stuff. So this is the one I was talking about earlier. Mephisto, Cabal, and King. So having the majority of the team at Raiders, other than Leader and Mephisto, is really what you want. And you'll see why when we get going. So it starts off with Iron Patriot laying down the vulnerable on the other team. Just give them a bunch of purple rain. Right? Purple rain. G20 King, but no Meph. Oh, you can G20 any of these guys. They're great. I really like Cabal. They just do what they're supposed to do. So you see Iron Patriot put down the vulnerable, right? So now we're just going to double ping right into Kingpin right off the bat. Hey, you're getting double pinged. We're going to lower your health bar. So you see how low in health he is? So his basic here does adjacent attacks as well. So I know he's going to die on the AoE from Iron Patriot because I know this battle. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit here. It's going to hit adjacently. Right? Boom. There goes Kang. And then now I'm going to go into Ancient One with this. Boom, boom, boom. Kang is such a big bad boy. Emma's going to go and like, hey, where'd you all go? Like, you're all alone, lady. You're all alone. You're going to get wrecked by a bunch of these guys, these weirdos. You got this weird eclectic group. You got this merman, you got a robot guy, you got the devil, you got Fathead, and you got a dude that took over an Iron Man suit. Like, come on now. So, yeah, Kang, once you get Kang up big, he does big boy numbers and damage. He just does big boy numbers. So, yeah. So that's the beauty of that team. Super easy battle. There is a version of that with APOC instead of Mephisto, and it's a really good team as well. It's a lot of fun to use, but since I'm using APOC in other places, just go ahead and do that. What's up, Baby Ice? How's it going, man? So we are gonna go. Actually, we're gonna blow this out of the water. Yeah, don't look at the size. Okay, so don't look at this number at the top. What you want to look at is, okay, so they got gear 19, 19, 19, and 2 at 18, right? And so what I have is I have gear 19s all the way, right? So I only have 2 that are geared up more than them. With Mighty Avengers, that's really what you have to look at, okay? Not the power, because the power really doesn't mean anything. They are so inflated as far as their stats. Their stats put them up here. In reality, this team is just 2 of these people lower than this team down here, right? So if you're looking at just the straight up, I have all gear 19s, they have 3 out of 5. So these 2 are the difference, right? So the 3 out of the 5, if these 2 were at gear 19 as well, that would add, what, 600? So this would be a 38. So this would be like a 4 mil versus a 3.8 mil is really what we're looking at. It's just the Mighty Avengers stats are so inflated for some reason. They really don't do what the damage it says they do is supposed to do. I think that some way makes sense in some happenstance. So let's go into this. So this is Mighty Avengers into Alpha, and you'll see they'll take turns, and if they focus down one person, they could kill this team. They really can. They can destroy it right off the bat. Ugh. I got some LaCroix going tonight. They're not a sponsor, but if they want to be, LaCroix. Refreshing. All right, so they take a bunch of turns. We just sit here and wait. And if they wanted to, they could probably focus down Falcon right here and kill him. But see how they're like spread out their attacks and go to different things? If I was playing this and I knew this weakness, I would just go straight at Falcon, right? All right, so Hercules goes, ability block, a bunch of damage. Vision goes, ability block on both of these 2. There you go. That goes back. And then we can go ahead and ult with this. This is going to put a stun on Fire Chicken. There he goes, stun. And then we're going to double up said stun with Scarlet. And it also rewinds him a little bit. Oh, people died. So what this would go now is you special with Falcon and he goes again and kills them all. But because there's only 3 people, the speed's going to be a little different. So we're going to special. It's going to speed us up. So now Hercules is going to go instead of Falcon going. And he gets to be like, oh, I'm the cool one. I'm going to kill everybody. No, actually, he didn't kill everybody. There we go. Defense down. And then look at that. Wolverine revived. Surprise. Basic. Normally what that would be is that would be Falcon specials. They don't die. Falcon ults. Either they all die or there's a couple left. Then Hercules goes. He ults. He kills the ones that are left, or maybe there's somebody left. Like if they have Sus, then maybe Sus is there. And then Vision goes with his ult, and he wipes everybody out. That's kind of how that battle goes. But yeah, their power's a little different, so that stuff was a little strange. Getting the ruffles. Wife's a snacking. All right, so we got a Professor X, Emma, Professor X. So, okay, you guys. Okay, never mind. It's not even a point in saying anything. People put some stuff on defense, and it doesn't make any sense. So, we're just going to APOC Brimstone. Remember I had said before, I'm going to save my Brimstone for something. So, this is basically what I'm looking for, is something with Professor X, something with Fantastic Four. We're going to see if we can one-shot this. I think we can. Especially because Emma's there. But we will see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Let's go. Let's do this. So, Damien is super fast, right? Super fast. I have APOC there. So, they can't adjust my speed because APOC's there. So, putting Emma there when you know this is the counter really makes absolutely no difference. So let's hope that they just wipe out Emma. and it just blows right through this. Okay, let's go one speed. One time. Actually, 2 times is what we're hoping for, right? We're hoping for a kill and then a 2-timer. Boom! She gone. And he goes, hey, guess what? I get to take another turn. Boom! Yo gone. And then I'm going to aim at her and Hello Kitty. Yeah, ability block. Yeah, I don't care. You can go ahead and you can hit them a couple times if you want. That's fine. She gets all pissed off. Comes back, hits her again in the face. APOC destroys. Bye. Oh, he seizured out. Poor Mr. Fantastic had a seizure. Anyways, they're gone. They're gone. That was pretty easy. Oh boy, Mr. F. Poor guy. Poor guy. All right, so I did my 10, right? I did my 10, so I'm really done. I don't know who's going to come in and take this null. A lot of people are scared of null on defense, but this is why I save my secret warriors, right? So I'll buy my extra attack because I go through do my store anyways, and now I can do whatever I want with my free attacks. Yeah, Sage rules. Sage rules. So this is a big punch down, but look at the gear 20 null, right? Not a lot of teams really take them out, so let's just go and do the thing that other people don't. The Brim was insane. Yeah, Brimstone is an amazing war offense team. Absolutely amazing. There are a couple different things that they don't work on against Prof. And again, if you're one of our alliance mates, I do have up in the war channels saying what teams they do work well on. So, yeah, there's some that they don't, though. All right, so this is going to be doing a lot of damage. Let's see how much Negasonic does. Here we go. Hopefully I don't get banned from YouTube by saying Negasonic, but we'll see. Boom, boom. Ho, ho. Quake said, get out of here, Red Goblin. We don't want you reviving nobody. All right, there's Gore. He's going to tickle. Then I get to go before Void Knight. So let's just get rid of him. Like, that sounds like a good idea, right? If you don't want him doing things, get rid of him. Ooh, they killed off my Quake. Let's go ahead and get rid of Gore and just leave it just me and Null. I think that's fair. Just you and Null. You versus Null. Call it good. I got darkness all around me. They're going to take out Negasonic. And then Hi-Ho Silver. Away! There he goes. Later, dude. Yeah. So see, you have stuff in Discord you can see, right? I just don't like to say it on videos. That's proprietary information. I don't get paid to do this. I'm doing this for free. I'm here to help y'all. I'm not one of those people that get a bunch of money to go tell you lies. All right, looks like Brett's taking this out. So let's go ahead and we'll buy one more to try to take out another room here. I got a lot of really good options, right? I got Astral, I got Undying, I got those guys, I got those guys. Oh my gosh, I got so many good things. Why do I have this up here twice? Why do I have that up there twice? Quasar. That's interesting. We gotta get rid of that, right? Right? We gotta get rid of that. We don't want teams up here twice. Delete. All right. And then, let's see. Which one do we want to use on this? I only got, what, 3 attacks left? Because I bought one, and I got 4 good teams. Which one do you guys want to see beat Spice Hawk? That's really what it rolls down to. I don't think Insidious would do it. Not with this little shocker. It's one of these 4. I got 3 attacks left, so... Am I odd man outing Astral, I guess, and just using A-Team into it? That way I can save big punch-ups for this? Or do I just go ahead and use them and call it good? I think leaving Astral out is probably the way to go here. Probably that's the best thing. If I saw at the end there, I saw Professor X with a certain combination, I was going to Astral it, but that combination wasn't there. So, teams are up to date. My characters, should I take any character I should take up to 105? Yeah, we can go over that in a little bit. We're just doing some war stuff right now. I want to be able to use A-Team later. So, let's use Null. Let's just nullify him. You like that? All right, so this will be the last attack for the video. So thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. We're going to send this off with, the only way you can is getting a little null at the end of the night, right? So we're going to go through. We're not going to worry about rewinding right off the bat because we got the ability block coming. We are going to strip some buffs, though. So let's strip some buffs with Sus. Right? The follow-up attack, another little strippy strip, and then we're going to ability block right there to make sure that he doesn't throw up the stun and flip all the buffs and do all the things that he does. And then we're going to go right in the middle, which should be Ghost Spider. We're going to special to get my second Carnage. I'm going to blow a bunch of shit up and speed up like crazy. Because this is how this team works, right? And then we're just going to nullify them all. You were nulled. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. This video will be up live, and I will still be on Twitch. So until next time, I'm Viz. Tell it like it is. Peace. All right. So that is my end stream for YouTube. Let's end.